Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel with another video for you guys here today, and it's a video I really wish I didn't have to make or talk about the subject, but we have to. It's extremely important to this Cowboys team and extremely important to Leighton Vander Esch given the nature of the situation, and that is he's not going to be back for the Cowboys in 2023, and due to the severity of his neck injury that he suffered in the 49ers game, it could also be career-ending as well. So we need to talk about what we've been reported, what the Cowboys are doing now, and what's the plan moving forward. And by all means, down in the comment section, if you have any ideas or anything that we can do for the situation at hand, put that down below. I'm very curious because it's getting a bit tough for the Cowboys here, but they've made some moves. So starting off, what was said to really give us this information to confirm what Leighton Vander Esch is going through? Well, Jerry Jones spoke in an interview regarding it, and this is what he had to say. We just wish him well, and just the nature of his potential injury here causes me to really think long-term and beyond what it means for next week or beyond what it means for next month. It has everything to do with what's best in his interest. Now you might look at those quotes that Jerry provided and you might tell me, well, Space, you're overreacting. You know how Jerry likes to say certain things or X, Y, and Z. But when we're talking about a situation involving an injury or a bad thing that happens, this is something I don't usually see from Jerry or Steven in the way that they word it. That gives me a cause to be worried. Now, Leighton has signed a 2-year contract with the Cowboys as of this past offseason, and so next year would be the final year of the contract. So now the question is okay, well, what happens next, and what have the Cowboys done to fill the hole that Leighton has given the Cowboys due to his injury? Well, you signed Rashaan Evans, who has been a solid addition so far, given with what you're asking him to do, but also you're seeing the play of Marquise Bell and him improving. You also have young guys in the wings such as DeMarvion Overshown. You have Damone Clark who's there. Also you have Micah Parsons who has been taking more of the hybrid role like we've talked about that he needs to do. And with that, you might have to get another linebacker next year depending on what happens with Leighton. Even if Leighton does come back, you're still going to need that insurance to basically prevent you from being caught with your pants down, as I've talked about in the start of this year's offseason. So, in the intermediate, the Cowboys have as much personnel as they can to make things work. And I understand that we're going through the ebbs and flow of this season. But as for the long-term implications, you could look to re-sign Rashaan Evans for depth purposes. You do have Marquise Bell and DeMarvion Overshown coming into their own, even though Overshown has been hurt since the preseason. But you could draft another linebacker next year, and you might have to sign another guy to ensure that everything's fine. Because if Leighton does retire, and we did talk about this actually at the beginning of the season of the depth at linebacker was not good. But due to certain guys stepping up, it's a bit more of a comfortable situation as opposed to before. And, you know, when you look at Leighton's injury history, he suffered a neck injury back in 2019. You look at a couple of the other injuries he suffered. I mean, in 2016, before he entered the NFL, he also had a neck injury there. And so that's 3 neck injuries throughout his football career. And those things don't get better. So that's where, as we continue to move forward, Leighton has to seriously consider his life after football, and that's more important than football itself. You're going to be on this planet longer than you're playing football most of the time, unless you're Tom Brady. But all joking aside, I really hope he's okay. I hope that this recovery goes well for him after he gets his surgery. He hasn't gotten it yet from what we've been hearing. And that if he can finish out the contract, awesome. You know, I hope for all the success that he has. And again, I just don't like talking about it because it hurts. You know, you don't like seeing players go through these situations. And I don't like talking about the fact that he got hurt in the 49ers game because, you know, people are re-showing the replay where literally Trent Williams basically threw him into Micah Parsons head first, and it didn't look pretty. So I'll just leave it at that because there really isn't much more to say. I mean, tell me what you guys think. What does this mean for Leighton? Do you have a plan on what the Cowboys should do this season, or have they done enough? And then, long term, what should the Cowboys do? Please, by all means, tell me down below in the comment section. So with that being said, guys, I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Leighton, I hope you get better. I know you're probably not going to see this video, most likely, but I hope you get better, man. Thoughts and prayers with you, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Goodbye.